Hi, my name's Dan Smith. I'm one of the physios at Scunthorpe Hospital. Today we're going to have a look at a couple of common core strength and stability exercises. You may well have heard these terms used quite a lot, and we're going to use them quite specifically in terms of controlling your body, particularly controlling the very central part of your body so that you can move your arm and your leg around safely without having pulling and pushing and rotating pressures, particularly on your back and your pelvis as you're trying to do a safe movement. The first one of these that we're going to have a look at, you may have heard of before, it's a Superman. It's a common gym exercise, and we're going to break it down into some of its component parts to start with. We're going to start off in a kneeling position, so on hands and knees, with your hands roughly under your armpit and your knees roughly under your hips to start with. Your back's in a neutral position, so we're not going to bend curve the back and roll around. And what we're going to do is take away one of the supporting structures. To start with, we're going to move an arm, we're going to move it out straight. And the idea is we should be able to hold the rest of the body still as we move the arm out of the way. So we're using all the deep muscles that wrap around your stomach and your back and your pelvis, and they're going to hold us steady while we can safely move an arm out of the way. We can do alternate arms or the same arm. And once you've mastered this, and this is quite easy, then we can move on to a slightly harder version, which is to start to move a leg out of the way. Where a lot of people go wrong with this leg movement is they get focused on how high you're moving your leg. Okay, so this exercise isn't about moving the leg as high as possible by hook or crook and losing the rest of the technique. But we can simply slide the knee along the floor, and then if you're able to lift as well, squeezing your bum muscles, we can get a lift as well. But it's all about stability and not rotating the body as we move the limbs around. The final version that we're going to look at today is to then combine those two. We're going to take an opposite arm and an opposite leg. Again, keeping the spine in a neutral position, keeping everything steady, and coming back with control. Again, we can alternate. Coming back to that neutral back position. Now the next core stability position that we're looking at is to hold a plank. This again is a gym favourite and one that's had a little bit of fame on the internet in recent years. And the idea is holding this position, the elbows roughly under the shoulders and the back in a neutral position. And we're squeezing the tummy muscles, squeezing your bum muscles to hold the middle of your body steady so we're not swaying around, dipping, arching the back. Again, if this position's easy, we're going to extend the legs and hold the position with a steady back for as long as you're able. Through this exercise, it helps if you remember to breathe. So where a lot of people go wrong is they hold their breath. Okay, it's going to be a lot easier if you remember to breathe.